Welcome back to the NutriMedical Report, and of course we have Drew Banks. We're going to talk about Magnesoothe, the Magnesoothe oil, Magnesmooth cream with arnica and essential oils, and of course the remarkable products in terms of remineralizing the body. There's no faster way to raise your total body magnesium level. I just got my latest Blaylock Wellness newsletter, and of course he talks about the danger of systemic low magnesium. I pulled up the research back in the late 1970s when I was a resident in family internal medicine and started using magnesium in cardiac arrest, and one of the first doctors in the world, and recommended to Dr. Eisenberg at the in Seattle, where they're doing research on techniques and things to be added to the advanced cardiac life support, and magnesium is number one. If your total body magnesium is low, you are at risk for a stroke, heart attack, neurodegeneration, and in fact, maintaining supernormal levels of magnesium even protects against intracranial hypertension from a closed head injury and gliosis of the spinal cord, into experts like Dr. Blaylock. So nothing more important than that. Of course, that's Magnesoothe oil, the Magnesoothe bath salts from the Dead Sea that have a number of minerals that are not present in the regular ocean, and the Magnesmooth cream. These are amazing. Tell us more about them, Drew.
Absolutely, Dr. Bill. Magnesium, we like to refer to it as the body's master mineral because it's just used in so many enzymatic functions in the body. And without it, you deteriorate and you become unhealthy, and over the years you'll just age faster and all those things that nobody wants. So it's a great way, like you said, to remineralize the body, and it's done transdermally through rubbing the oil on your skin or soaking in the bath crystals. And, magnesium is the main mineral in it. It's the majority of it is magnesium. But there are other trace minerals that you can find in the Magnesoothe, magnesium oil and the bath crystals, and even the cream, which, the list you can find on your website as well as ours, the magnesium, boron, calcium, iron, and the list goes on and on. And they're all very important minerals that the body needs to, thinking about this summer with all the heat, and sweating, you lose a lot of those important minerals, and it's a great way to get those important electrolytes back into the body and prevent a lot of the problems that come with, losing those minerals through sweat. But when you want to talk about the cream, not only can it do that, but when you get burnt by the sun or you have some kind of skin condition or rash or things like that, it's a great way to alleviate pain from the burning or irritation from whatever rash you may have or skin problem like rosacea or eczema, things of that nature. It's a great way to alleviate the pain and irritation from those, as well as remineralize the body and skin and get those things back healthy.
Exactly. Now, the amazing thing I find is when people start doing that, they find things like arthritis disappearing, autoimmune disease, asthma, their bone remineralization returns, their stem cells start to work. People don't realize without magnesium, your stem cells don't work. Without magnesium, you can't make glutathione peroxidase and SOD. Your body can't detoxify without magnesium. Without these trace elements as well, there's many trace elements that are present in seawater that is not present in Dead Sea bath salts. And that's why your source, which is from the southwest end of the Dead Sea, is very unique. It's also filtered, so it's clear. And one of the best things I tell people, if you can't take the time to take a Magnesoothe bath with bath salts, you can use a 1:5 dilution with distilled or filtered RO water from our pure water system. Put a couple ounces in a 10-ounce bottle, for example, of Magnesoothe oil, and just spray it on your body after you shower and put it on twice a day, on your trunk and on your limbs, and you'll start to remineralize. And over a period of months, a lot of things change when your body remineralizes. Everything works better. Detoxification, healing, and even for spraying on wounds. It's amazing how magnesium, I like, for example, if you get skin scratches or burns or scrapes, you can put the Magnesmooth cream on with the arnica, and it speeds healing faster than anything I've seen.
Absolutely. The healing process, we've seen it cut in half in some cases.
Yeah, I use that in the Silver 100. So what I'll do is I'll put the Silver 100 spray on first and then cover it with Magnesmooth, and it's like, bam, it heals 2 to 3 times faster with a combination of the Silver 100 spray and the Magnesoothe cream with the arnica. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the Dead Sea, and the Dead Sea is obviously our source. And the reason we chose it as our source is the cleanliness and the properties of it. The combination of minerals have been found to be equivalent to the human skin. So it has the right mineral combination to help the healing process, to help get those good minerals back into the body. And, you know, when it comes to people's aging nowadays, they age a lot more quickly because of the lack of nutrition we have in our foods. And this is a great way to supplement the body in an easy way. Magnesium typically messes with your digestive system, but being able to apply it topically is a way to get around having to deal with those stomach problems. And it's, you know, absorbed straight into the skin, directly to the cell. And we've seen tremendous things from relieving pain to healing, you know, injuries to, you know, skin conditions. I mean, you name it, we've seen it happen, and that's all because of the just amazing mineral combination that the Dead Sea has.
Exactly. Don, give us some of the testimonials you've heard.
Here recently, you know, one of the biggest things we see is people with arthritis. And arthritis is, you know, as you know, it's not always easily handled through medicine and things of that nature. And we get a lot of elderly people calling in. And here recently we had an 80-year-old woman who rubbed some of the cream on her knees that she's had persistent arthritis in for, I think she said 20 or 30 years. And she rubbed the cream on her knees, and she said she got instant relief. It wasn't a matter of days or minutes or hours. She said it instantly helped her knees feel better. And, you know, that's just the magic of the minerals, just getting in there and doing their job.
What I do is I tell people put on the 2 creams, the pain reliever cream first, and then put the Magnesoothe oil cream or the Magnesoothe oil on. Then, if their joint is hot or inflamed from an injury, put a gel pack over it, and then use the Lumen Photon, setting number 7 first, and then setting 5 or Nico. And it's amazing the combination of the 2 creams, the pain reliever cream and the Magnesoothe cream, which is the arnica oil. It spreads really nicely, too. And the Lumen Photon to penetrate really deep, and you can even put it through an ice pack. And what's neat is the ultraviolet light will go through the ice pack. The skin is cooled off, so it reduces the topical pain, because your skin has to go through the junction box of these Langerhans complexes, the prickle cell layer of your epidermal junction. And when you put the cream on, it takes away the pain almost instantly. It's amazing. You got sore knuckles, rub your hands with the Magnesoothe cream or Magnesoothe oil. Animals, if you have a pet that has arthritis, the Magnesoothe oil is wonderful. You can rub their joints with it, and it'll go right through their fur. It also helps to cleanse things like scrapes and wounds and so on as well, very well.
Yes, absolutely. If you're wanting to eliminate pain, that is the routine you want to take, and it'll absolutely knock it out. You mentioned animals. An amazing story was a lady who called me about a horse she had that got attacked by a mountain lion, and their vet was going to put her horse down. And I said, well, you know, take the area that's inflamed, rub a little magnesium oil around the wound, because if she got it in there, it'd certainly burn. But rub it around the wound and see if that can help with the inflammation that her horse was having. And she called me up the next day, and she said that her horse had been acting very lame for about 3 or 4 days, and that's why they're looking at putting her down. But she said she rubbed it on, and within 24 hours, the horse is up, running around, acting as if it had never been attacked, just completely full of energy. And that's the great thing that magnesium can do. It can eliminate the inflammation, but also boost the energy levels.
Yeah, exactly. The energy level, by the way, is tied to mitochondria. Without adequate mitochondrial magnesium, your energetics of your Krebs cycle, your energetics of producing high-energy phosphate, ATP, and NADH doesn't work. So total body magnesium levels affect detox pathways, energetic pathways, cancer suppression pathways, methylation pathways that protect against cancer transformation and protect even against traumatic swelling of your spinal cord or your brain after a closed head injury or spinal cord compression. Absolutely amazing. Should be part of your daily wellness routine. Magnesoothe oil, Magnesoothe Dead Sea bath salts, and of course now the Magnesoothe cream, and some new products are coming down the road we'll discuss in the next few weeks and months. Thank you, Drew, and we'll be back in just a moment with hour number 3.